shall my pride.
My name is Olayinka. I've taken English language, and this morning we're going to be discussing use of possessive apostrophe. My code is 01800. So class, today, like I said, we're going to be discussing use of possessive apostrophe. I'm sure you remember we discussed punctuation marks the other time. We discussed commas, full stops, and so on and so forth. Today we're going to be looking at one of the functions of the possessive apostrophe, and that is to indicate possession. Remember, possessive apostrophes can also be used to indicate contraction. But today we're going to be looking at just one of the functions, which is possession. Okay, now, possession, as we all know, means ownership. Possession means what? Ownership. So we're going to be looking at how to use this to indicate ownership. Now, let's look around us very quickly. Whose bottle is this? Mr. Person, please.
It is.
Whose bottle is this?
It's mine, yes.
No, this is yours.
Okay, it is Mr. Opeson's bottle.
Exactly, it is Mr. Opeson's bottle. Now, the emphasis is on his name, one person. And we have the apostrophe S after his name. His name is Mr. Opeson. So it is Mr. Opeson's bottle.
Somebody's.
So okay, that's what you have there, sorry.
Yes,
so is that used in plural form or singular form?
Used, well, somebody will be a person.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And let's move on to the last flashcard that we have. Please read the sentence you have on it.
I have underlined the correct
No,
form.
that's the instruction, please. This is the sentence.
Oh, my parents' wedding.
My parents' wedding. The one we have there is what? Parents.
Yeah.
So is that used in singular or in plural form?
It's used in plural.
It is used in plural form. So where do I stick that, please? On the
right-hand
side of the board. Do I have any question?
Olayinka, your class management is good. Your engagement is good. You adapt. You make the kids adapt to what you're doing, which is a plus, because you engaged the learners. You made them give examples as well. So that means that you made them understand what they were doing. So it wasn't a teacher-led class. You had an interaction with them. And that's what learning is all about.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head. Your confidence is top. And I must say I enjoyed that. And I learned as well.
Thank you.
You asked questions. In your 5 minutes, you found time to ask questions.
Yes.
Your teaching materials were on point.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Professor, please.
I thank God for you because
Hallelujah.
you have really improved.
Yeah.
Yes. However, I need to point out something that you saw. How do I use the English? You didn't bring the class. You didn't bring the class you are teaching. You didn't refer to the class you are teaching. You are referring to the panel of judges as your students.
Okay, at first I called his name. I said,
You should have given us class names. Imagine us that we are here, but we are not your students. And you were waiting for us to answer. Meanwhile, you were almost losing some 5 seconds, 2 seconds. You bring your class, they are imaginary students. You could call any name from anywhere, but we are not part of your students. So you just give us that grace to be doing what we are supposed to do.
The truth is that, it's a good point. I don't mind you asking me questions and using me as a student. I'm happy to be your student because, as Doctor just rightly said, I'm learning as well. And so I'm happy for that. So maybe we'll go on an individual basis. I'm happy to be both judge and student. So if you want to direct your questions at me, keep directing your questions at me because that's what gives a real flow to the lesson. And thank you very much I like a lot of what I've seen about you.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay? All right. Thank you very much.
Teach and we